Mozart, the child of light and shadow. In the narrow streets of Salzburg, on the morning of January 27, 1756, a small child was born, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Even in his cradle, every sound that fell upon his ears seemed a sign of his destiny. He was a child of notes. Under the watchful eye of his father, Leopold Mozart, he grew up. At 4, he touched the piano keys, and by 6, he was performing before the kings of Europe. His small body echoed in grand halls, enchanting everyone with his melodies. But this genius's childhood was not spent in playgrounds, but in cold palace corridors. Laughter rang through Europe's grandest halls, yet in his heart there was always a solitude. His closest companion was music itself. As years passed, Mozart became not only a virtuoso but the author of compositions that reached the deepest corners of the human soul. Yet Vienna's artistic world was not easily swayed by geniuses like him. The courts and opera stages of Vienna were fiercely competitive. The court often favored Italian composers, while Mozart highlighted the German spirit and a more innovative style. And right in the middle of this rivalry appeared another name, Antonio Salieri. Salieri was the court's favorite Italian composer. His admiration for Mozart's talent mixed with a shadow of jealousy. Whispers circulated in the palace corridors. When Mozart's operas were to be performed, Salieri's circle would pull the curtain and promote their own works instead. In a letter, Mozart complained about the Italian faction that obstructed him. When Mozart staged the abduction from the Seraglio, Vienna was captivated. But behind the scenes, Salieri's circle belittled the work, trying to overshadow Mozart's rise. The struggle for court patronage had thrown the two great composers into the same fire. One the master of shadows, the other the child of light. Despite all obstacles, Mozart continued to write. Yet debts, illness, and the court's duplicity wore him down. And as the shadow of death approached, he poured his last strength into his pen, Requiem. This work seemed to be the song of his own fate. Even while suffering, he kept writing, the notes falling onto paper from trembling hands. On the night of December 5, 1791, at only 35, Mozart passed away. His funeral was modest. That day, no one realized that the world had laid to rest one of humanity's greatest musical geniuses. But time revealed the truth. Today, those who approach his birthplace in Salzburg say they can still hear the sound of a child's laughter mingled with piano music. Salieri's jealousy, rumors, and gossip have long faded into history. Mozart's notes, however, live on, still moving the human soul. His story is not merely that of a musician, but a chronicle of a person who changed the world with his music.